another workout at Fitness Powers. Today I'm excited because I reached into my toolbox and I pulled out 50 Shades of Fitness, which was a program I created way back when the 50 Shades of Grey books were popular with my clients. So I thought I'd have a little fun with it. I love this program. You get a total body workout. So we are going to do it today. The idea is we're going to complete 50 exercises in roughly 60 minutes or so. We're going to include the warm-up and the cool down in there, and then go through a series of blocks focusing on lunges, squats, chest and tris, back and buys. Of course there's some abs in there, and we are going to get some shoulders. So before we begin, I do ask that if you are new to fitness or if you have any health conditions, please consult your family physician before you take part in this class, just to ensure that it is the right time for you to start and it is the right class for you. If it's not the right class, no worry at all. We have some other programs that we can have you jump into. Make sure you have some water close by because you are going to need a drink and you should be hydrating. Maybe a towel if you get a little sweaty. Check your shoes. Make sure your shoes are done up. Beyond that, let's get ready to go. Set the music. So we're going to start. You can either do a little march or a skip. So all our exercises are 30 seconds each, give or take a few seconds. That's it, that was 15, nice and tall. So work within your limits, listen to your body. Here's 3, we're going to change. 2, we're going to alternate lunges behind. Step it back. So we're going to try to flow from one exercise to the other without much of a break. We will break in between each block. Just enough to grab a drink, grab our weight change, and move on. Abs are in and up. Keep them in. And we're moving to a squat. So reach it down, low, up high. Check those knees. You want them tracking with your big toe in second. Extend your hips back. When I'm looking at you, I should see your chest and your eyes. And we're going to step to the end of our mat. Roll it down. Now you can take your knees to the mat, walk it out, walk it back. Or take it down, out. Keep it going. You're going to give me one more. Drawing it back in. Roll it up right here. You're going to step forward. Rotate. Other side. So we just have that little bit of rotation right here through the waist, not through the legs. Lower body is set. Guess what? You've got to do this whole thing again and jog it out. Right? Got to warm that body up. Get ourselves mentally and physically ready for our workout. Just 10 more seconds. Okay, here we go with our reverse lunges. Step it back and up. So if you want to keep a little higher, you can keep a little higher. If it bothers your knee, to drop it low, then keep it high. Hip bones are forward. We're trying to keep them on the same plane as we step back. One more. Let's step it out wide. Squat it down, reach it up. As you come up, you're to pinch your glutes together. Push the hips back. Try to keep those knees aligned. Just give me 5 more seconds. And holding here, step it to the edge of your mat. Roll it down. Walk it out. Remember, you can take your knees down onto the floor if you need to. When you go into that plank, it doesn't matter whether you're straight, full body, or in the modified position. Still need to keep your spine nice and long. And let's draw it back up. We're going to step forward. Woo, rotate. Nice and tall. One more. And bring it in the center. Let's go to that skip. So we're in our first block. It's a lunge series. So you're going to need probably heavier weights, or a little bit of heavier weights. If you have not been using weights, start out with something light. If you have been using weights, decide what appropriate ones to use. You don't even have to use weights for this. So let's grab. Remember, always lift with the legs. So to start, alternating lunges behind, feet are set, hip distance apart, shoulders back and down. This is exercise number 6. Ready? Let's go. So it's not about pace or speed. It's about good alignment. Engaging all the muscles in the lower body. You're working upper body too, because you have to stay up nice and tall and support those weights. But I don't want you to sacrifice your form just to go fast. As you come up tall, push that front foot through the floor. Do a little squeeze here at the top. Whoops. You're going to give me one more. Now we're going to take the leg back. Stationary lunge, straight up and down. I'll turn sideways. Okay. Straight up and down. That back foot is there for balance. A little bit of support. Front leg is doing the work. Step it in. Other side. I did this workout 2 days ago, and my glutes were feeling it. Again, hip bones forward. And those weights, we're holding them in space. You're not just letting your arms hang, you're holding the weights in space. 10 seconds. Last 5 seconds. And let's step it back together. Right here, we're going to take one leg behind. A little hinge forward. We're going to take it down. Little lunge, lift. So we're really loading up that front leg. Spine is nice and long. Work within your range. You're going to give me one more. And switch legs. Down and lift. This one's my lazy leg. I have to focus on controlling it more. That's it. Remember, nice breaths. We have 5 more seconds. And let's step it in. So now we're going to hold here. Step it back, lifting. So nice and straight. And we're going to hold, lift the leg and lower. Lift and lower. And lower. So we're doing a lift and lower for 15 seconds. Then we're going to hold here. Hold. Reach, little bend in the leg. Push into the floor with that leg in front. Extend that back leg out. Square up the hips. 5 more seconds. Push that front leg in, stand up tall. Little wiggle other side. Step it back, square up your hips. Bend that leg, spine is long. Right here, lift, lift. Remember 15 seconds lifting, 15 seconds holding. 5 more seconds, we're gonna hold. Right here, lift that leg, a little more bend. Push that front foot into the floor. Engage your glutes, abs. Extend that back leg behind. 5 more seconds. Awesome, bring it in. Let's set those weights down. We're going into our full body integration, taking it down. So right here, it's either squeezing up from a bent knee position and then cross. So it's here, or if you want to make it a little harder, walk it out or go up onto the balls of your feet. Push into the floor, spine is long. 30 seconds, here we go. Again, remember, it's not about speed. It's about getting as much as you can, as much work out of those muscles as you can. This one's great because you're getting upper body, lower body, abdominals. One more. And gently bring your knees down. Head up above the chest. You're gonna stand up. We are moving. We're taking it into a little punch of intensity. 8 knees, 8 heels. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again. Get those knees up. Ease up. Big rise up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And change. And change. Change. If you want to take the intensity down, here. And knee. So instead of 8, you do 4. Always choices. And rest. Lunge series done. Grab a drink. Keep those feet moving. I want to see your water all gone by the end of this workout. Moving on to squats. Again, you need your weights. Preferably a little heavier if you've been using them. Legs hip distance apart. Sit down, lift up into squats. Shoulders are set. We're going to shift back. Like you're going to sit into a chair and squeeze up. And as you squeeze up, pinch the glutes together. Here we go, 30 seconds. So you decide on your range. You can keep it a little semi-squat if it's easier on your knee joints, or if you are okay, deepen it. As you go down, it's really important you control by using the muscles in the upper body, so you're not rounding the back as you go down. One more. And we're going to do a side squat. Step out, square it up, and down. Square it up, and down. A little pressure on the outside of the feet to help the knees track properly. Lengthen the spine as you go down. Awesome. One more each side. Now we're going into a bowler's lunge. So right here across the midline of the body. Lift up, other side. So that leg straight out behind, gently across the midline of the body. We lift with that front leg. So take that back foot off the floor, lift. Lift. Lift, one more each side. Hold. We're moving into our pistol squat. One weight on the floor. We're going to hold the other weight here. Foot is ahead. So your heel should just be in front of the other toe. So we're shifting back, pushing forward. So the leg in front, just there for support. It's that solid foot on the floor. It's that side that's working. Push it back. I think this is what did it. I think this is what got my glutes all of it together did. Keep going, keep going. Ready, give me two more. Last one. And let's switch sides. Again, heel should be right in front of the toe, legs hip distance, and back. Lift. Take it back. Push it up. Shift it back. And up. You have 10 seconds left. Try to keep that weight close to the body. You're going to give me one more. And we're moving on. So we have our weights or no weights, your choice. We're going to the top edge of our mat. Lower down. Right here, it's hop, hop, in. Or walk it out, walk it in. Your choice. I'm going to add the hop, but I'm also going to add a lift. So you decide what you need to be doing. I'm going to show you the next level down. And hold. Set those weights up to the side. We have Jack and Jill's right here. 30 seconds. You can keep the arms down low. Or if you want to take the intensity up. As you're going in and out, you want to engage these muscles to stop your knees from dropping in. Keep the form. 5 seconds. And take it down. Squat series done. Keep the feet moving, grab a drink. So we're moving in chest and tris. You're probably going to need a couple sets of weights for this. So you want to set them out close by. We're going to flip over onto our backs. Weights are close so you can easily grab them. You're going to lie down. Right here, imprint the lower back onto the floor. You're going to grab your weights. Elbows in close. Push up to the ceiling. Now rotate so your palms are facing your knees. Right here, open and press. And press. 2. Open and press. 2. Open, press. So focus on those chest muscles as you push up. Contract through the back as you lower. 10 seconds. Give me one more. And now right here, you can change the weights out if you want to, or keep the same weights, rotate inward, moving into a chest fly. It's open to in. So open, scoop it. So really control that movement. As you open, you're not resting the arms on the floor, you're just tapping. To make it a little bit easier if you need to, bend the elbows a little bit more and scoop up. To make it harder, you just lengthen. One more. Now again, you can switch out those weights. We're going to triceps. Those hands are straight above the chest. We're going to lower down, squeezing the elbows in towards your knees, knuckles to the ceiling. 30 seconds. If you let your elbows go outward, you're not targeting the triceps as well as you can be, and there's potential to irritate the shoulder and elbow joint. So you want to keep those elbows in. You're going to give me 2 more. 1 more. Gently bring those arms down at your side, set the weights down. You're going to roll onto one side, push yourself up so your head is above your chest. Moving on to triceps, another tricep exercise, knee above the ankle, knee under the hip. So holding here, we're going to lift the weight towards the hip, tuck the elbow in. Spine is long, you're looking straight ahead. You're going to extend behind and back to the hip. 30 seconds. Now if you want to bring more core engagement and upper back work into it, take this hand away. If you feel this in the back, put that arm back on in support on your thigh. I like to put my hand here to ensure my shoulder stays back. And let's switch sides. So get your alignment. Right here you can support, lift the weight to the hip, extend. If you want to make it a little more challenging, take that hand away. Sit. Do that little squeeze, draw it in closer to the body as you lengthen. It's going to help you target that tricep just a little bit more. Five seconds. Last one right here. Let's set those weights down. We're moving on. We have a push-up, a plank, and down dog. So I'm going to show you from the knees. Right here, push up, go into your plank, press back into your down dog. Hips up, relax your head, bring it back to your plank. Knees down slowly. Push up. If you want to do full body, right here. You're going to give me one more. Gently bring those knees down. Again, head up above the chest. You're going to stand up. Oh, we have one of my favorite things. We have burpees. So right here with the burpees today, we're just going to do a little hop. Not a huge jump. So just a little hop or just a knee. Now we're going to take it down, hop it out, in. So you can go knee, or they're the two that we're going to do today, or right here. You have 3 choices. Ready? 30 seconds. Let's go. Get that nice straight body. Look out ahead of you when you go down. You don't need to look at your legs. They're not going anywhere. Last one. And that block is done. Grab a drink. We're moving on to back and bis. So again, get the weights out there you need. So next block, we have rows. wide row, hammer, renegades, get another favorite exercise of mine, and then mountain climbers. Nah, they're okay. So, whatever weights, again, lifting with the legs, right here, nice and tall, little bend in your knees, stick your hips out, or your bum back. Now bend through the knees, weights go in front, that's your starting position. Hold here, you're gonna roll back. Now if this is hard on the back, you can take a seat in a chair, do the same thing, or just stand taller, limit your range. So what you're thinking about is drawing the shoulder blades down and in. That is where you're working. Through the back. Arms are secondary. I'm gonna guesstimate where I started on the time, because I forgot to look. You're gonna give me 5 more seconds. 1 more. Now we're going into a wide row. So turning the palms around, you can change your weights if you need to. Hold here, lift the elbows to the ceiling, and down. So it's slow and controlled. Try not to jerk the weight up. Smooth. Again, targeting the back. You're probably feeling it in the legs though, and in your glutes. Because those muscles are supporting you. You're gonna give me 1 more. Gently set your weights down. Or if you're using those for biceps, continue on with them. I'm gonna switch mine up. Elbows tucked right in under the shoulders. We have our hammer. It's up, lower down. So you only want to lift as high as you can without moving the elbow forward. So if you have to do this to get that weight up there, don't lift as high. You want to keep the focus in that bicep. Remember your breaths. Exhale during the working phase. Inhale when you relax. However, I just ask that you breathe. That's the most important thing. You're gonna give me 1 more. Gently lower those weights down onto the floor. We have renegades. Renegades can be here with your knees directly under your hips, and it's roll one side up, then the other side, keeping everything square. Or you can back it up, long plank, squeeze. Or right here, further apart your legs are, the more base and support you have. The closer they are, the harder it's going to be. Decide where you want to be. Ready, set, and go. So as you lift, you're really trying to keep everything square with the floor. And as you set that weight down, it's gentle. That weight goes down, underneath the shoulder, 1 more each side. Gently take the knees to the floor. Set those weights off. We have mountain climbers. So mountain climbers can be here, or lengthen out, or full. Ready, and go. Push into the floor. If you don't want to do them on the floor, you can do them here. Choices. Squeeze that leg up. 10 seconds. Five seconds. Okay, shift back. Awesome, back and bis are done. We're moving on into shoulders. Grab a drink. So definitely, you can do this without weights. Drop the weights down. Unless you've been doing these exercises for a while, I would say take light weights. If you're feeling it in the neck, weights are too heavy, or your posture is not great. So I'll drop the weights. Gently put them down. So right here, legs hip distance. Sink in, shoulders back and down. We're gonna lift and lower. Lift for 2. Just slightly below the line of the shoulder. Just do a quick little check. Working down the side of the shoulders. Again, upper body work too. So you have to hold yourself nice and tall. We're going to give you 2 more of these. Last one. So our next one, bring those weights up. Press it up and down. Again, we're controlling the movement on the way up and on the way down. Slight bend in the knees, but if you need to do a split stance to take the stress of the lower back, go ahead. Shoulders down away from the ears. You're going to give me 1 more. Gently lower down. Right here, we are moving into frontal raise. Open, lower at the side. Reverse. That's it. The arm's getting tired. Do 1 at a time. And bring it in. That gives the other arm a chance to rest. Last one. Hold here. We are moving on into rainbow. So we're going to step a little wider apart. Feet are at 10 and 2. Little sink in the legs. We're going to lift up and down. So the lower body does not move. It's set. We're moving through the waist and through the arms. That's it. One more each side. And set those weights down. We are moving into wing dingers. So for wing dingers, it's either here, hold the elbow back, shoulder back, come into the armpit, then the other side. Or right here, knees out, right here, keeping the spine nice and long. Or here. As we lift up, you're pulling the hip towards the ceiling. Nice and straight. Shoulder, shoulder, elbow. I guess you have another elbow in there too. One more. Bring it back. Head up above the chest. We have skaters. So we're going to stand in the center of our mat. Reach it behind. So we can step it or a big hop. We are almost done. Our shoulder series. Just 5 more seconds. I think I might have cut you off on this one. That's okay. And bring it in. Hold here. Our first round is done. We have 1 more round. Grab a drink. Okay. Start back. We have our lunge series. Grab your weights. Shoulders back and down. Alternate lunge behind. Lengthen back. Whoa. So you've gone through this once. If the first time through feel pretty okay, keep it there. If you struggled to get through it, don't go as deep in the exercises. Take less weight. Almost through. Remember, lift with the front leg. We have one more right here. So we're gonna step back, up and down. Send your body, 2, lift, 2. Down, 2, lift. Hip bones are forward. Lift, 2. Lift. You're gonna give me 2 more. Last one. Step it in the center, other side. Square up the hips. Down, 2, lift. Down, 2, lift. And lift. Doesn't it feel awesome to get your workout in? Down, 2, lift. Down, 2, lift. Down, 2, lift. Just give me one more, just one more. And lift, hold here. This is where we're gonna step back. Nice and long, torso's long. We're hinging forward into that front leg. It's dip, lift. Oh yeah, I feel this one. Remember, hold those weights in space. Your body's gonna love you after this. Just 2 more of these. Last one. Yay, other side. Set it up, hinge, lift. Remember, look out in front of you, about 3 feet, to help keep that alignment. Two more. And hold, we're going behind. This is where we're setting, lift, lower. We're gonna lift and lower for 15 seconds. Then you're gonna hold. Hold for 15. Press into the floor, lift. Reach out. Push that front heel down and in the floor. Hold it. Almost through. Gently bring that leg in. Little shake. Set up for the other side. Lengthen. Hold. Lift. Up. Lower. Five seconds. We're going to hold it. Okay, here we go. Lift. Press the heel into the floor. Reach out. Spine is long. Got it. 5 more seconds. Gently lower the leg. Shake it out. We're going to set those weights down. We have our abs down on the floor. Go to the position that works best for you. Here we go. In. Remember, we're using the muscles to lift, trying to take out momentum. And rest. Okay, up we go. 8 knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep it going. Remember, you can slow it down. Go 4 and 4. And march it out. Lunge series is done for today. We're on to squats. Again, weights out. You're gonna start hip distance apart. Shoulders back and down. You know what your range is now. And let's go. Down, 2, lift. Down, 2, lift. Remember, we're avoiding this. We're keeping nice and long. Down, 2, lift. I need to see your chest and eyes. Just give me one more. Let's move it to the side. Take it down. Lift again. Choose your range. You're squaring up, coming right down in the middle of your legs. Little pressure on the outside of the feet to help the knees track properly. Contract through the glutes, squeeze them together as you come up. Perfect. And hold here. Now we're taking it back, lifting up, step behind. So we're into the boulder's lunge. So that front foot can go on a slight angle outward. We want that leg behind straight and reaching. So you do have that bit of a hinge forward. You're gonna give me one more on each side. Last one. Set one weight down in front. Hold on to the other weight. Tuck the elbows in. Let's go. Shift it back. Push it up. Think we're gonna create some perky butts out there. Strong ones that keep us running, jumping, climbing, walking. We need the strength there. Keep us independently doing those things we like to do. One more. Let's switch it up. Legs hip distance again. Shift back, lift up. It's been a lot of fun creating these videos. I've gone away from taking 152 videos to get what I thought was the perfect one. Then I realized my classes are not ever perfect. Sometimes I miss certain exercises, or I throw new ones in, I deviate from the plan, or I lose my balance. That's real. So I decided, this is real. You're getting the real thing. And rest. Plus, it's a lot less stressful. Okay, put those weights down. So we have our little hops out. You don't need to use your weights. You can hop out, hop in. Or if you want to add that squat in there, you can add the weights. Let's go. Remember, you can walk in also. You can walk in. You don't have to stand up. You can just walk in and out. I'm going to hop and lift. Again, set your back, lift up. Taking that rounding out. When we lift, we need to be safe. You're going to give me one more. And rest. Moving on. Jack and Jills. Ready? 30 seconds. Here we go. You choose where you want those arms to be. Just 30 seconds. Then you don't have to do it again today, unless you really want to. are done. Squat series done. Grab a drink. Chest and tries. Okay, we need those heavier weights. And like I said, maybe some lighter ones. You should know from your last workout what you needed. Or sorry, from your first round. Take it over. On your back. Imprint. Bring those weights up. Get your body set. Palms towards your knees. And let's go. Right here, tap, contract. So you're not resting, you're just a little tap. We're just a little bit above the floor. So we're lowering down. Press up on an angle. You have 10 seconds. You're gonna give me one more. And we're gonna hold the weight here. Rotate in, change your weights out if you need to. We're going into that fly. Hover above the floor, scoop it in. If you rest on the floor, you're losing the work. So we don't wanna rest. We just wanna hover. Open, two, squeeze it in. We have this. We are more than halfway through. One more. Change out those weights if you need to. We're going to triceps. So, elbows up, squeeze in, rotate so they're facing your knees. Neutral wrist. We're in a lower and press up. So if you want to make it a little harder, you separate your hands so each side of the body works independently. When the weights are together, they support each other. So here, they're doing their own work. Try to keep those elbows set. It's easier to turn out on this one. Trying to avoid that. 5 seconds. One more. Okay, hold here. Bring the elbows in close to the side. Set your weights down. Roll onto one side. Push yourself up so your head is above your chest. And bend over onto your knees. Step forward. Knee on the ankle above, or knee above the ankle. Knee under the hip. We're going to roll up. Tricep kick back. Lengthen. Again, I like to put my hand here so I know my shoulder's staying back. Neutral wrist. Try to keep it neutral all the way through the exercise. Just have 5 more seconds. Let's switch sides. And knock the weight down again. Okay, set it. Look up ahead of you, align through spine and the neck. Almost through. Just give me one more. Okay, set those weights up at the side. We have our push-up down dog, and then burpees. Okay, let's go. Remember, control your movements. Hands are sliding a bit on this mat. Gently bring it in. Walk it back, head up above your chest, and slowly up. Now we have those burpees. Remember, you have that little jump or knee. You decide what works best for you. We have 10 seconds. And set those knees down. Okay, chest, tricep series is done. Now we're on to back and buys. So again, weights are out. Like I said, we're well over halfway there. This is exercise, I know we've gone through it twice, but this is exercise 24. It means it's we've done 24 different exercises up to this point. Okay, into our row, legs hip distance, get those hips back, sit on a chair if you need to, or step a little taller. Let's row. Remember, we're focusing on the back muscles. Slide the shoulder blades down, shoulders away from the ears. Hug your body with those elbows. Just 5 seconds. One more. Change out your weights if you need to, or turn it in, lift it up. Trying to change mine out. Control that movement. Just give me one more. Stand it up tall. Elbows tucked in, hammer up. Head down. Extend through the crown of the head. Remember, trying to keep those elbows right under the line of the shoulder. Here, we're going to set those weights down. It's time for a renegade. So again, on your knees, lengthen out on your knees, or full plank. Ready, set, and go. Square everything up, look up above your mat. Gently lower that weight underneath the line of the shoulder. Nice way to finish this off. Just 10 seconds. It's actually less. One more on each side. It is done. However, we have mountain climbers to do. 30 seconds, that's it. And then that's done. And we go into shoulders. We can do the 30 seconds. Listen to the beat and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just keep counting in your head. I like to count in 8. Here's 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7. Last one, 8. And we can go down. That's the end of that. Now we're moving on into shoulders. Grab a drink first. So I think the worst of it is over. I say the worst, but it all feels good. Especially when you're done. Nice hip distance. Lateral raise. Here we go. Lift and down. Remember in line or slightly below the line of the shoulders. It's getting close that time of year where we're going to be out. Swimsuits, tank tops, t-shirts. Last one. Be nice to have nice shapely arms. But most importantly, we want strong arms. Remember, you can do your split. So again, we can independently do those things we want to do. Carry our groceries, paint, lift things up, whatever it is. Now, if lifting up above the head is getting too much, just little pulses here works too. Yeah, just a couple. And drive down. Little wiggle out. Set, shoulders back and down. We're up in front and out to the side. Up and down. We're on the home stretch. Remember, one arm while the other arm rests. Then you go to the other side. So there's various options you can do. Or do one up, just to keep moving. One side, whatever it is, just keep going. Last one right here. And set those, oh no, we have our rainbows. Set your feet out, 10 and 2. Little bend in the legs, remember we're rotating at the waist. Weights come to one side, it's lift, bend over. So you can keep it a small lift. If those arms have just about done it or had it, keep it small. You still have a little bit left in them, take it up a little higher. Just 2 more. And that is done. Moving on to our wave dingers. So remember, on your knees, you can lift up here, and the other side, or down low, or full. 30 seconds. Here we go. Slow and controlled. Trying to stack the shoulders, stack the hips, unless you're on your knees. Then you just rotate where you can. Yeah, one more. Draw it down, walk it back, get your head up above your chest. We're gonna finish off with skaters, then stretching, and we are done. Up you get. Ready? Hop it over. Seconds, that's all we have to do. And it's actually less than that. It's about 15 now. You have 5. And last one. Great job. We're moving to our stretching. Let's turn this down a bit. Great job. Give yourself a big pat on the back. That was awesome. So it's time to move into our stretching, which takes us to exercise 36. So we stand up tall. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale out. And again, deep breath. Exhale. One more. Here. As I turn, I'm going to reach my hips back, chest forward. Hold. I'm trying to lift My hips towards the ceiling, keeping a slight bend in the knees, lengthening out through the chest, then the crown of the head. Holding here. Now I'm going to bend the knees, roll my back up. I'm going to step forward on my right leg. On the ball of my left foot, hips are square. Extend back where I can. I'm going to reach up into the air. Exercise 38. Now holding. We're going to take that back foot down on a 45-degree angle, keeping your hips square, reach back. So you can hold it here, keep your spine long, see if you can walk it down even more. Relax through the head. Now we're going to bend that front knee, lift your chin up above your chest, and we're going to step in. Other side, back, you're on the ball of the foot. Square up, and lift. Hold. So you're going to hold here for a second. I'm just going to do a music switch. Sorry. No, it's not turning on. So take that foot down on a 45-degree angle. Reach your hips back. So again, hold here or walk down. Now let's bend that front knee. Hold here. Both arms come up, so we're 45 degrees, a little pressure on the outside of the foot. Lunge. Taking your gaze upward. Take a deep breath in. Lift up onto the ball of the foot. You're taking your foot out. You can have a slight bend, but it's with the long edge of the mat. If you want to step out further, you can. Holding here, warrior two. We're on 41. So lengthen. Now we're going to reach our hips back. So from here, straighten this leg, extend the hip back, and lengthening down. As we're doing that, this hip bone, we're trying to open. Awesome. Let's bring it back down. We're going to turn the foot. So change direction. So holding, we're on the 45-degree lunge. Lift. Hip bones are forward. And now let's turn that foot. So it's with the long edge of the mat. Hold. Step back. And now we're going to lengthen, reaching the hip back, trying to open. Thigh is in line with the big toe in second. So I hope you've had a good workout. You cleaned out the pores in your body with a good little sweat. Holding here, we're going to step back in. Folding at the waist, we're going to walk it down, so inchworm out into our plank. Now bend the knees, lift your tailbone up, push back into down dog. Relax your head, you're pushing the floor away. Tailbone goes up, keeping a slight bend in the knees. And we're going to do a marching downward dog where we extend through one heel, then the other. And now gently bring those knees to the floor. My weights out of the way. We're going to take it down, walk it back. So elbows are under the shoulders. Just going to let our chin drop towards our chest. And now we're going to bring it into neutral. As we do that, we're going to lengthen the spine, lifting the breastbone up. So you want to engage your firing system, glutes, thighs, abs, and back. This just helps protect the back. hold here. We're gonna roll right over onto our backs. Bring those knees in towards your chest. Give them a hug. You just a little rock side to side. Just a little movement. Giving that SI joint a little bit of massage. And then turn your head slowly side to side. So we're going to place our right foot onto the floor, cross our left leg over, and you're going to flex your foot. That's going to help protect the alignment of the leg or of the knee. We're going to draw the leg in. However, if you feel a stretch here, leave it here. If you don't, I'm going to draw the leg in and hold. So we're going to take a deep breath. After each one, try to relax the muscle. You can't stretch a muscle if you're holding it tight or you've tensed it up. You need to let it relax, and during that relaxation stage is where the stretch is going to happen. We're going to take that right foot back onto the floor, left leg to the ceiling, rotate in the hip socket. So just a little rotation. And now you're going to rotate in the hip socket, taking the thigh across the center line of the body and over. We're trying to target the IT band or down the side of the leg. And relax that leg. Let's take it to the other side. Figure 4. Flex the foot. Draw it in. Let's check your hips out. Make sure they're square. Place that left foot onto the floor, extend the leg to the ceiling, rotate. And now draw it in. And across. So I'm holding each stretch for roughly 10 seconds. Drop that leg, roll onto your side, gently press yourself up. So this leg, you can leave it straight or bend it. We're going to take the other leg over. Hug it into the body. It's a nice stretch for here. So you're trying to get both sits bones down onto the floor. Sitting nice and tall. You can guide this leg down a little bit, which will deepen the stretch for you. And relax. Let's go to the other side. Again, you can straighten the leg or bend it. Hug. Draw it down. Sit up tall. And release. You're going to sit however you feel comfortable. Cross-legged, legs into a V, straight out in front. I'm going to bring the arms behind so that they're kind of cupping your glutes. Roll the shoulders back and down. We're going to lift the chest up. Opening the body, rolling the shoulders back, just like you're sitting out in the sun trying to soak up some sunshine. Feel the chest open, maybe a stretch in your biceps. And bring it back to center. As we come into center, you're going to take those arms out, press out in front. Let your shoulder blades separate, so you're trying to open the back. We're going to pull one shoulder up as we lean to one side. As we pull this shoulder up, we're pushing this hip down. And the other way. Back to center, walk it in. And triceps, lift that elbow towards the ceiling, sitting nice and tall. And back down, other side. And back down, however you feel comfortable. You're going to stand up, but as you stand up, head above your chest, and then roll it. That just helps eliminate any head rush feeling. Hold here, one last deep breath in. Exhale out, do a little shake. There we go, high five. You just did 50 Shades of Fitness. So about 50 exercises in 60 minutes. Bravo, and I thank you for the workout.